So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to get straight to the point. All right. Many of us are down on specific plays, but let's give this a good assessment of what I think most people should be, or how people should be looking at their crypto, and how to actually come out of what is undoubtedly one of the greatest stresses of your lifetime. Okay. And in this video, I want to be very clear. I'm going to go through some plays and I'm going to try and assess them, and I'm going to give my honest verdict on where they are. And I know some plays people may not like it, some plays people will like it, but at the end of the day, this is our money and we need to constantly critique. So any positions that are down, I will give you my fair assessment of where I think the market's going to go next. So smash a like and let's go. So before I do that, very interesting to see a couple of news pieces. So Sui partners with Superverse. You have this bit of news, which is obviously came out yesterday.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. Together, these world.
Right. So it's no doubt AI is going to be very important. Now, of course, it will be multi-cycle. So we really have to understand that. Well, what I've done is I've compiled a list of projects and we're going to run through these. I need to add one more actually. So let me add Cubic to this list. All right. And let's just add a few other ones that microcaps that I've had for a while. So yeah, so there you go. So we're going to talk about these projects, guys, and we're going to try and go through them one by one and give you my honest verdict on where I think the scorecard comes at, because it is a scorecard. As soon as you recover your losses, you need to get the hell out of some and you need to concentrate on others. And if we add, say, my only other projects that I will be invested in this cycle, this begins to have a shape. So I do have Say as well. Let's add Say in there. Of course, there's Sayan, Cetus, a few other positions that I have, but I want to concentrate mostly on what we are going to do with these plays moving forward, because I think it's going to be very important. Now, guns, unfortunately, there's no sight of guns yet. So let's get into it. All right, let's jump into this. Scorecard number one. Okay. And most people think that, and I see a pattern of people being kind of ruined by meme coins, AI agents, or microcap picks. I've seen some portfolios that I review which have 100% microcaps. And again, you take the oath to make maximum money this cycle. You need to deal with the potential drawdown. That's always a fact. Okay. So let's have a look at this, guys. Let's see how the first one compares. So Sui, so far, I would say 10 out of 10 in performance. Brilliant for the community and brilliant for anybody who's holding Sui. Of course, we got into Sui quite early. Got to be fair. If you want to have your receipts, you will see the buy order for our Sui bags. And I have spoken mostly about, I've actually dedicated a section in the community. Now, there will be a point, of course, from where we got into Sui. At some point, you were going to have to consider taking large profits. And that point for me starts anything above $7 will confirm a 10x. Okay. Number two, this is by market cap, by the way. So Bitensa Tau, of course, this was at 296 yesterday, 396, sorry. It's up 8% in the last 24 hours on the back of the announcement of this news. I still do believe that Bitensa Tau is your blue chip at $3 billion. You could see the market cap is like for like with Kaspa. Okay, so for those of you that are in it, congratulations. I think still gets another 10x from here. I can see about a $30 billion, 20 to $13 billion. So we'll give it 7 to 10x. But I do believe that this is anybody who's got this now, this is a blue chip AI project. All right. So Diamond hands it. And if anyone's obviously thinking about the fact that it's so too expensive, I would say under $500. Man, this token could go into $4,000 or $5,000. So you have to be mindful of that. But the market cap for a 10x, as it is with Kaspa, my largest holding, the crypto that I refuse to sell, despite all the negativity, I stood on this bag on business since 2022. It's a keep for me because anything I do from here, I know Kaspa's chart has been consolidating for a while and it's never broken 10 cents to be suppressed for a long time. So something is cooking there, and mainly it's the Binance. Next one is Aerodrome Finance. Now, Aerodrome Finance has obviously had some inflation, has had a tremendous run. Those who bought at 8 cents are up significantly. Those who think at $1 is too expensive, well, then you don't understand what quality means. This is again, I'm looking for a list of cryptos to rotate into. Like Sui, for example, is what, $13 billion, nearly 14 billion, right? So Sui continues to run. However, I think it has a ceiling. Whereas Aerodrome, at $800 million market cap, could go into a nice Uniswap type of run, all right? It's a very important project. I would say $10 to $11, possibly could go to $15, but I wouldn't really push too hard on that. But this is, if you are one of these people watching my videos, all right? If you're one of these people who thinks, oh man, it's all my picks are down, like, look, Aerodrome's on discount. And if you haven't got into Aerodrome when we kind of started buying it, I have built my conviction over time. So Aerodrome Finance, Sui, I think Kaspa, Bitensa Tau, these will be very big projects. And in my opinion, I think you should consider owning some Aerodrome Finance. Now, the next pick is Axelar. And again, if you've got a small portfolio, all you're looking to do is hold at least one decent size. Now, if these are too big for you, I don't think Aerodrome, Axelar, Aether, Cubic, I don't think these are too big for you. Peak, you understand? So you can actually try and go for one of these quality projects, right? Now, of course, Aether has inflation, but have a look at Axelar with me. And please tell me if I'm wrong, because for those of you who don't really fully understand what Axelar does, I'm going to show you something here. They've recently been powering the Deutsche Bank Layer 2, and Axelar is the main driver or partner for the XRP ledger. So why am I ending up in, let's see, yeah, let's go to Axelar. Yeah, let me show you a couple of things you need to have a look. Most people don't actually think about these things, but I think it's very important. So building interoperability with Monad. This is huge. 16 hours ago, introducing EVM, and they're using Axelar, right? This is ridiculous. In my opinion, I think it hasn't popped yet, but it is a place where you could be relatively, I think, that 10, 20x is still achievable for Axelar. First bull market, really like fully set up. And some of these interviews have been intriguing me as of late, especially in relation to XRP. So see if I can catch some of this stuff for you.
It's interconnected Web3, right? I think traditionally there's been a lot of mindset of I build on a chain and I'm kind of done. And now more important people realize that, okay, yeah, you build on one chain today, but you want to have distribution to all the other chains. And like, how do I do that, right? And people kind of think about it almost like as an afterthought in many cases, as opposed to a first thought, right? You launch somewhere, you need to think about distribution, not just your technical product. And I think, interoperability at the core of it offers distribution where if you go in for an ecosystem for its benefits and technical merits, you're not making a bet that the same ecosystem has to give you all the answers and all the distribution. You're choosing it and can still have kind of interoperability rails.
Well, that's one thing, and I think that's pretty important. I think the other thing as well is the angle on the XRP ledger. I think that is I think that's something to consider. Again, you're coming here to know what I'm doing, and I'm telling you what I'm doing. And then later on, you buy a bunch of shit projects, and then all of a sudden you're in a pickle because you got to wait for what most YouTubers tell you, which is to buy only micro caps. But what about micro caps being absolutely wrecked? Like, imagine if you hold right now Mir AI or many of the other micro caps that are out there. I think you would find it tough. Even some of my micro caps have struggled tremendously. So you've got to have, if you wanted a blue chip, and again, I'm trying to help people here, guys, you've got to have some kind of a mindset where you say to yourself, look, I've got a portfolio with 100% of my money in, 30%, 20 to 30% is going to be in and out of projects for me to make liquid money. So let your money work for you. Get into 3Xs and 2Xs, look for new launches, get into buy alerts, flip those very quickly, and then dump it back into your key. Then you've got a portfolio that's fixed, that has at least a single blue chip. At the very least, if things don't go work out for all of your micro caps, you still have a safety net. You're going to reclaim your money back from the market, regardless of what happens. I think Axelar is a solid pick. And the market cap right now is very decent, in my opinion. Very good volume, but I think it hasn't kicked off yet. So that would be, any of these would make a nice blue chip. Now, Ether is an interesting one. I do believe Ether to 50 cents to about $1.50 is a range, because Ether has a lot of revenue. Inflation is going to be horrific, especially if you hold this post October 2025. All right. So that's another one that we hold. Peanut the Squirrel. Now, I call this at a $42 million market cap. It went to $2 billion, came back down. Right now, Squirrel is on a huge discount. But you will notice here, this is the 24-hour trading volume, right? So don't, if you're, again, this is one that we've made ridiculous over, I don't know, 50x plus on display here. But what I would say is, right now, if you're in the market, and again, you shouldn't be in the market for meme coins, but meme coins make money. Look where the Peanut the Squirrel has come. Perhaps it will have another crazy run, but it's not a top priority. It's a bigger market cap than the next one, which is Cubic. Cubic, guys, again, Cubic is showing me performance of epic proportions. Now, we've been buying Cubic at $1,400 per billion. I have been anyway. And recently, they've announced, obviously, a very solid white paper. Most of my community, a lot of people, I have spoken about Cubic in the past, and I'm holding on to it. I do believe this is a very good one. Even at the current market cap, guys, it is very small. Now, one of the things I love about Cubic is, look, they now started to introduce cold storage. So this is very positive. Again, don't cry for me, Argentina. This is a very promising project that has shown tremendous strength from off the bottom. If you're dissatisfied with any of your bags and you're looking for something that is $200 million market cap, today's the day. You can have a look at Cubic. Not financial advice, but there's a reason why it's in my list. Next one is Manta. Manta has been very disappointed considering the average price. I've literally got into Manta. It bit me in the backside, reduced the average, then eventually fed up with it. So Manta will not be, let's say, a top conviction. But what I would say is Manta, where it is today, is a great buy for a layer 2. Big money behind it. Why not? Absolutely, why not? Because the beating has already happened with Manta. So Manta is a solid one. Peak, I think Peak has a deep in layer 1. Machine learning is going to be prominent. I think I was right to call all of these, and all of these have been tremendously successful, perhaps with the exception here of, I would probably say Aether hasn't done much since I entered. This is the range. The range means explosion's about to come at some point, maybe a tier 1 listing. Peanut is very risky. You know, I don't recommend meme coins, but hey, this did go to $2 billion and whatever. We've made tons of money from it. Cubic is one that I would load up on. $2,500 per billion. You could have bought that at half price a month ago. I think Manta now, if you're considering a layer 2, hey ho, the beating down has happened. Peak is checked. AGI, I would have expected a better run for AGI, in all honesty, during the AI agent run. Hasn't exploded at all, right? Moving forward, hey, if you're not at the loss, we did enter this at around 4.7 cents. And we, you know, kind of some people DCA'd up to all the way to 25 cents. And it came back down, crushed it. Your average may not be great now. I do believe 17% up tells its own story. So there is still interest in this project. And it's something that you could still hold out for moving forward. Next one. Volume has actually come down significantly at $7 million. This is Zentry. I do believe that the treasury is equal to the market cap. So take a look at that. Hive AI obviously has done 122%, has recent pump in the last 7 days. Very solid project, $148 million market cap. CTES is the OG in terms of the SUI ecosystem plays, but since the Binance listing, it has come down significantly. I think it's a great time to kind of buy CTES despite that 7% you see. You have Pinlink here, 6 million in volume. We've already made money with Pinlink. We've already made significant money with Toshi. This one is right now concerning a lot of people. Now in the background, there's projects, subliminals, like things like, you know, links to Roaring Kitty, AI XBT, or one of these AI projects. I think you need to hold on to this. For now, this is very, very hard. $3. Something is going on. I'll get to the bottom of it. But whilst most AI projects are going up, we have to critique this. It's not looking good, bruv. I want to see more strength. I want them to reveal who's building all of these codes. Where are these codes going to? Where are the creatures going to? And that should be the top of the priority. I think that is a very, very an important thing to ask ourselves. But I don't like that, man. 34%, yeah, a lot of projects are recovering, but this is huge. So these are not based on, look, based on my assessment, none of these projects are above criticism. Why? Why is this at $3? We've been buying this since $1.98. But I am holding on to it until further clarity. I do not like this on an announcement week. Looks very weak, and it has to be said, it is needed for much assessment. If you compare this right now, market cap wise, you've got $100 million, but the cycle hasn't run yet. But I can already tell you now, some other projects are showing good strength. So they need to get their act together. They need to keep it moving. I'm sick and tired of these, you know, creatures. I love the creatures. They've built some stuff, but right now I'm just buying a prompt. So most of you who think DXB just promotes cryptos that he holds, I'm holding a ton of this, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing, right? I need news. I need updates. I need listings. Get the F moving on, because otherwise we have to make a decision there. So this one is in the assessment center for me. My conviction, still love it, but piss poor volume, massive sell pressure. What the F is going on, right? Next one, Devi. I knew this will pull back, right? This will pull back, but it's still $100 million. I think it's a very good layer one that has shown people it can run. So in comparison, for example, to ALF, you could see here, obviously, ALF is starting to recover. ALF has had the same issues, but the volume is more, I think, because they have more exchanges. And ALF would be in the category right now, sub $100 million. So basedai and ALF, we need to obviously we need to see some improvements, without a doubt. We need listings, all right? We need more action. We need KOLs. Otherwise, crypto has to face the chop at some point. Now, right now, it's way below where most people have their average. So I'm not sweating both of these. I think they will come good, but the message is very clear. As a strong supporter, hey, I'm looking at charts. I'm looking at Cluster, for example, up 51%, $89 million. Huge project, smart money buying. And so I am willing to assess things and give you a scorecard on them, unlike other people, because I don't give a shit who the project is. I'm down horrifically on some of these plays. But hey, winners always cover up for losers, right? You gotta be absolutely fair, Don't come to me saying, hey, I've got all of these micro caps and I ain't got no safety net, because I'm gonna say, yo, what are you doing? Right? Ask yourself. And that's very important. So let's speed through the rest. Definitely 2 in the assessment center right now. Over the next 7 days are 2 of my big plays, which is Alpha and basedai. Of course, most of my money is here, but I do have significant hopes to increase my financial power by buying these micro caps, and I'm going to hold these until I see otherwise. EMP, not holding a ton of it, very low volume, very hard to buy. But in the field of AI agents with Simi AI agent, I think this is one just to keep your eyes out, because there's only 300,000 tokens. Another piss poor performer, but the good volume and starting to wake up is Solidus aitech. Now, look at the price now, 6846. This is a generational entry for this bad boy. 74 million, but the volume is decent. All right, so take a look at that. Orkey's another one on base. I mean, this is going to be kind of, this is an AI project on base. Might want to have a look at that, but at the moment, it is absolutely still a microcap. The volume is very low as well. We have Reploy, one of the most successful bad boys that I've had this run, up 30%, 40% in the last 24 hours. Holy crap. It's only $68 million, but has shown tremendous strength. Then we've got Swarmnode AI. I mean, look at the volume here. Volume is absolutely ridiculous, guys. I call this as a way below this market cap. Again, another good one that I've bought to you. I don't hold parcel, but I think it's intriguing. Parallel AI, we've already made money. However, the retracement is such that it looks good. Animoca brands up nearly 50%, still very small. The opposite could be said about Carrot, shit in the bed, and I'll put this into the class of cryptos in my assessment center right now. I don't care about the rabbit. I think it's just been performing horribly, and that's because of inflation. Perhaps we're still waiting for them to exploit the likes of Disney and all of these other things. But again, at the $1 million market volume, nearly $50 million in terms of market cap, you can only hold on to the hope that it gets back up to a level where you can start to think about. So again, not a good performer. You need to assess these things. Vapor doing very well, up 50%. I'm really happy that I held on to my Vapor. This is on a chain that I think will have lots of liquidity moving forward. This one's shit. I'm not gonna, this is supposed to be a big month for them, but the prices are back to 2023. So yeah, you know what? Screw that. Bitcoin strategic reserves. I'm waiting for GFAL. I mean, if it does something, it does. If not, I'll take my money out and put it into something else. Same for all of the underperformers, by the way. A strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, this is very, very interesting, right? I posted this in the group, and in 7 days, I'm up 42%. It is what it is. And we see Tectem. I think Tectem is absolutely piss poor. Look at the volume here, 600K. I mean, look at the volume of the bad performers. This is probably by far one of the worst I've seen, right? No need to hold that. I'm sorry, even if it does 100x from here, people that want to tell themselves otherwise can. I'm done with this, man. I needed to see above $10 to confirm, but it is up today, so I still have my little bag and I'm going to keep it. Another bad performer, So where Toshi went up, I'm waiting for Linear to drop lyrics. Now, this is really a good volume. 10% of the market cap. Very, very good. We just need to see live in it. Next one is, this is one that concern a lot of people, but hey, $4 million in volume, 14% up. Very, very nice. I like that. Moontropica, I think they need to get for goodness sake, get a centralized listing, because again, this is very, very poor. Heroes of Marvia, we know what happened to Heroes of Marvia, but look at the volume. Volume's keeping me in there, showing when gaming is largely dead, showing some strength. But at 68 cents, this is a mental buy. Mental buy. Sturdy Finance, I think the jury's out. Still, look at the volume, not good at all, but 10% up today. And I have made my money in Sturdy. Mintlayer, the less that's said, the better. Look at this volume. This has been one horrific performer. I think Mintlayer has to be considered as a very, very, very bad performer. All right. So 99% of holders are trapped. I am trapped. What to do? I'm going to sit on it a little bit, but I am not encouraged at all. Anything that I say is not financial advice, but as far as my bags are concerned, I've been staking it. I've unstaked it. I don't know. At some point, I need to see live 5 cents, 50 cents. That's a 10x. Well, listen, I'll take a 3x from here, if I'm being honest. Something is going on there, and I think the answer is obvious. There's absolutely 400K, 9 million, even though that's not bad at all, but still in relation to the market cap. Zell, I've made money on Zell, sold it, came back in it. Now it's a good time to accumulate Zell. Very, very tiny micro cap. Again, just like this one, look, $9 million. But again, you know, this is Bitcoin strategic reserve. The Solana version, the first one was the ETH version. I think this is a very good buy. Look at the volume. Look at the market cap. Ridiculous. 1-to-1. Ava AI, yeah, it's pumped and then it's dumped down 30%, but 11%. And of course, I've got a few other gems that I've made money with. And the big two or the big three are Monad, Gensilla, and Kind Network that I'm going to put some money on. So, guys, please, let me summarize. Sit down. This is everything I hold. Or so, not everything, but this is a lot of the projects that I hold that are quite topical. This is called a pick and mix, right? Remember the time when you went to the sweet shop as a kid and you bought some stuff, picked and mixed? That's what crypto is. You've got to look at the chain. You've got to look at the portfolio. You've got to have one decent one and then go 100% degen if you want after that. You know, at the end of the day, the higher the risk, the more you're bound to drawdowns. The lower the risk, yeah, you may not make the same money, but hey, you will be a steady Eddie right there. I tend to believe in terms of because I review tons of portfolios and I always tell people, hey, get at least one project that can see you out, right? So assess your portfolio. It's not done for you because everything is down. This is the time to critique your portfolio. This is the time to see what you can get out of, what you can stay in. Hey, and if you're trapped like myself in some place, well, you've got no choice unless you're willing to throw away 70% before alt season really begins. All right. Spare cash should be held. There is that Bank of Japan data that's coming out tomorrow. And yeah, man, today's Wednesday. Sorry, the data will be out on Bank of Japan meeting will be on Friday. But it is a huge week, guys. I hope you like this video. Smash the hell out of it. And let's effing go, guys. Stay positive. And as always, great to have you with me. Take care.